This is how we start our morning. Here we go. That's a little too small for your head, though. Morning, guys. Welcome to day one of the mini cut. So, let's talk about it. Why am I doing this? Give you the rundown. So, essentially, you guys know I was prepping for a marathon. If you don't, okay, I was prepping for a marathon. Anyways, I got lean in the process, documented how I did it with nutrition and as being a hybrid athlete, how I balanced it both. And I got pretty lean. I sustained that for a while. I got injured and I decided to bring my calories up and put on muscle since I wasn't able to run. I want to take full advantage of being able to put all my energy and intensity into the gym. So I've been doing that, and over time, in a surplus, you're going to gain some body fat. So I gained a little bit of body fat, but I kept it tight. I want to get back down to my leanest state again. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not too much heavier. I'm like 203 pounds, as you guys saw this morning. I don't have a specific weight, but the goal is to, get back into those single digits. I'm not far off from that, but I'm definitely not as lean as I was. So I'm going to document it. This is like one of my favorite topics in YouTube videos because there's so much BS on the internet that is trying to sell a fad diet. I'm just going to be real with you. Like, I love this YouTube channel. I love putting out real shit that helps you guys. Like, I'm doing this because I know it works. I do it myself and it's simple, sustainable, and I want you guys to do the same if you want to get leaner, if you want your, dream physique, and how I go about it. So we're going to cover all that. It's just to reiterate and just go over some of the things. And this is going to be more than one video. It's just going to be the reality of getting lean. So it's going to show you the highs and the lows, the mindset, and just go over that. And just hang out with me. We're going to train this morning. I do fasted cardio in the morning. I normally only eat my first meal around 11 a.m. That's just because I like to, save my calories for later if I go out to eat or if, I want something different at night. I just like it that way. It works best for me. I'm not really hungry in the morning. So we're going to do our hour of cardio either on the bike in the stairs or just on the bike. We'll see. But my foot is feeling better, so maybe we'll do the Stairmaster. So yeah. Let's start the video with day one of the mini cut and just get diced up. Let's do it. For a physique update, I'm gonna toss up a video or picture in the top right hand screen so that you can see. But you'll notice, like, if you watch my YouTube videos, I always stay in pretty good shape even when I'm lean bulking, and it's because I don't do that, like the whole thing where people are like winter arc, which is cool. Like, whatever motivates you, that's your own thing. But I think that whole idea is like, oh, I'm just gonna go hard at this point in time, or I'm just gonna lock in. Like, just lock in all the time. Why do you need to just lock in for like a winter period? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. I never understand. Like, whatever, maybe I just don't understand, but like, I just don't. I think that shit's so weird. Like, just lock in. It's not that hard. It doesn't have to be this arc. Just do it 365 days a year. Just make it who you are. Set that standard for yourself. Like, I don't know. That's just my opinion. So if you ask me about it, like, if I'm doing a winter arc, whatever the hell that means, no. Like, I just do this shit all the time. This is just what I do. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it's tough to lock in sometimes. But, like, I mean, you just don't negotiate with yourself. Don't fold. Set the standard for yourself and hold it. Like, it's not that deep. I think the people that go on these arcs, they feel like they're not locked in, so then they need to lock in. Just lock in, man. You're on that 365 shit, not the, oh, I'm gonna do this for a certain period of time. Because when you do it for a certain period of time, that's normally when the shit's temporary. So you want to make it sustainable and something that's the standard for you. So like I said, my standard is, an hour of cardio every single day if I can. Rarely do I miss that, and then I lift 4 to 5 times a week. But I mean, that standard's mine. Yours can be whatever, but don't treat fitness as this like vacation where you go lock in for a certain period of time. Just do this shit 365 days a year and you'll get much better results, and you'll be able to maintain it because it's what you do. If you don't use it, you lose it. Motivation, discipline, all that shit, it's like, it doesn't mean anything. What means something is what you do, right? You in fitness, I love it. It's a great equalizer. Don't lie. If you don't lift, you're gonna lose your muscle. If you don't stay on top of your cardio, you're gonna lose your cardio shape. You're gonna lose your ability to do cardio. So, just lock in. That's it. Make it who you are. And it's tough, but it gets easier the more you do it. All right, so back from cardio, I do want to show you guys, I have these New Balance 1080s. I like them a lot. I know you guys sometimes wonder what shoes I like. I can't run obviously, but they seem like good shoes. I walk in them and they're comfy. So maybe, you know, if you want to try like just a daily trainer, I think those would be pretty good. All right, this is going to be a no BS video. Step 1, how to stay lean, how to get cut. First tip is going to be you want to do your cardio. Now, you might be like, why should you do your cardio? Here's my opinion. I'm gonna take you through a story. When I first went on a vacation to Tennessee with my fiance, we were climbing up a mountain, right? And this was probably 3 months ago. I was training for marathon, came off that 100-mile prep. I was really fit, felt great, and sustained my endurance through cardio from doing it every single day, holding to that standard. You know, we're running up this incline. It's a popular trail. We're passing people that are struggling to walk up it. Now, we decided to run because we wanted to challenge ourselves and also just get to the top faster, because it honestly sucked just as much to walk. And we were running up it and all these people were, you know, saying, show off, talking shit. In my head, I'm just like, I would never want to be that person is making excuses, putting other people down because they can't do something or they don't have the discipline to do something. And that like always resonates with me. I always think about that. I always want to be capable to do the things, run up a mountain to see a great view, you know, drag out a deer when I don't have help, so I can supply my family with meat. All these things come with being in shape, good cardiovascular system, and honestly just really helps the mental, right? The more you move, the better you feel. I always remember back to a time when I wasn't doing cardio. I think my mind was a little more foggy. So what I'm trying to say here, it's not just for the physical side of things, it's also mental. Discipline the body, free the mind. That's why I have that tattoo on my wrist, because discipline does equal freedom. You don't want to be a slave to your emotions. So get up, do it. And not only is that going to help you mentally, but the more energy you expend makes it easier to maintain that deficit, as you know, you can only restrict your calories so low until you go crazy because you're hungry. But if you can get that activity up and do more cardio, you can eat more while sustaining that deficit. So that's gonna be the first tip. So we're gonna eat breakfast and then move on to the next tip and just take you guys through the vlog. I did get some deer meat, so we're gonna pick that up, show you guys my European head from the last kill I have, so yeah. All right, so the second tip of this mini cut, or cutting in general, is I like to get my first meal full of mostly protein, and that being anything over 50 grams. The reason I do that is I front load my protein so that way my hunger stays at bay, and then also I can recover from my cardio in the morning and my weight training in the afternoon. Just keep my body recovered and satisfied. I notice when I don't get 50 grams or close to that in the morning, I'm generally hungrier. So it's normal for the carbs to be a little lower, as like I only have 2 slices of bread there. That's a low calorie bread. You don't have to do that. Sourdough's good. I just didn't have any, so that's what I got. And then, so yeah, 250 grams of egg whites, 2 eggs, feta cheese, some salsa, guacamole on the toast. And yeah, so lesson number 2 is front load your protein. Make that first meal you eat high in protein, so that way, you know, that hunger stays satisfied, so you don't get the urge to go rip apart some cookies, you know what I mean? That's the secret sauce there. So yeah, gonna eat this and move on to the next part of the video. So I got my deer head back. Now just to show you guys, this is a European mount. So what they do is they put beetles and they eat out the skin and whatnot, and then they clean it up with Clorox, and this is like what it looks like. I kept the bottom jaw on there, but the main goal right now to show you everything is this is my desk. And then behind me is like the deer. I'm gonna get all my deer heads and hang up on the wall. Start a podcast. I'm really interested in sharing some wisdom, maybe having people on there. But yeah, I wanna like get this whole area for like a podcast set up, have the deer heads hanging there, and then my office over here. And yeah, that's like the setup. But that's what I'm gonna be probably working on today. I got these wall hangers to hang the deer. I just have to look into a couch. I got some other stuff for the office setup since I work from home. Those I work from home, a standing desk is awesome. Another hack to get some more steps in is I have a walking pad that I'll throw in here and use from time to time just to get some more steps in. If I don't like sitting all day, it's just like a walking pad on Amazon. So yeah, but this is my office setup, super bare bones. Been working in here every single day, and I just feel like you want to custom your environment so that you're excited to work. And yeah, I want to make it badass in here. I'm gonna give you guys a house tour and then a gym tour in the next YouTube video, I think, just to show you guys everything. That's what I'm currently working on right now. So let's talk supplementation real quick. What do I take? This is literally it. Everything, what you see here, strong reds, strong greens. So I'll have those two. I don't particularly eat a lot of vegetables. I'll take a fish oil because I also don't eat fish all the time. So I just always make sure I have omegas in there. Creatine, and then some whey protein. And then yeah, that's pretty much the essentials for me. Get pump as well, just to get some blood in the muscles. But overall, just like see what fits your budget. I think the main, like if you only had, let's just say 30 to 50 bucks, I would say creatine and whey protein if I had to budget. But you know, if you have more, I think all those are great. I would also add electrolytes to that mix because it's really good. A lot of people think, oh, I drink a lot of water, but sodium holds the water in your body, helps with pumps. Honestly, it could even be better than a pump formula. I like it that much. So as a supplementation part, don't overcomplicate it. Just make sure you train hard, recover. So whatever that means for you, do that. We'll move on to the next tips of the video. Up to the farm, decided to get some fresh venison for the family. Need some good protein, so here we go. All right, so we got 70 pounds of meat out of that deer. So plenty of food to feed us for a while. So it's always good, but gonna head back and talk more about the diet. So probably cook up some deer meat tonight as well. Can't wait. And now we're gonna talk about the nutrition portion once I cook up the fresh venison. So this is gonna be meal number 2. So gonna hit a workout then, but I want to finish up this video and tell you everything that you need to know to follow with me during this process if you want to, or take with what you want this knowledge. We already talked about the importance of front loading your protein so that way you know you're not gonna be as hungry throughout the day. That way you're not gonna feel the urge to indulge. We already talked about doing your cardio to get that energy expenditure up so you can afford to eat more and sustain the diet, and also to have the ability to do the things in life that you want. You know, I like I said, this main YouTube video is not the BS, so I'm not gonna BS you. I'm gonna be real with you. When you wanna get lean, when you wanna have a lean physique, when you wanna get cut, what does that look like? I could easily sit here and tell you, oh yeah, you know, you just cut your calories down and you eat less than you would expend. Yes, that's part of it. We're gonna go more into that, but the process is simple. I said I'm gonna talk about the mental, right? Because you know, if you ever tried to lean out, a lot of people, they don't do it because they struggle with the idea that they're gonna be hungry. Here's the thing, you're gonna be hungry. It's okay to be hungry sometimes. You're not made to be full all the time. Like, that's comfort. It's okay to have times where you do indulge and you do have a little more food than others. But if your main goal, if you're telling me, so pretend you tell me, hey, I'm trying to get leaner, and you're stuffing your face, you're going against the purpose here. Like, you're not gonna get results. You're gonna feel hungry. This is part of the process. I'm not saying it's gonna be crazy, but if you feel hunger, it's normal. You're in a deficit, you're in a diet. That's what comes. Your body is eating away at its body fat. Your signals to the body is pretty much telling your body, hey, I'm not getting as much food. I need to ramp up my hunger hormone, ghrelin. When you're eating a lot, your hunger hormone goes down and leptin goes up, which is your satiety hormone. Essentially, those are going to be your emotions. You're gonna feel that. You might feel tired sometimes. This is part of the process. How bad do you want it? This is the real shit that not a lot of people don't talk about this because they want to make it, you know, sell a certain way. It's just, you got to deal with it. Like, how bad do you want it? That's all it comes down to. That's the mental side of things. You got to be ruthlessly consistent. You gotta ignore hunger, not to like, obviously, you know, I want you to be satiated a little, but you're gonna feel hungry, so expect that. You just gotta do the work. And what that work looks like as far as diet goes is, I'm not saying you have to track your calories, but that's where it starts. You need a foundation, an idea of what's going in your body, how many calories are you consuming. And then what that looks like is, you know, you could use your phone. That's what I do. I have an app that I use, and I just track my calories on there. And what I do is I have my calorie limit at, let's just say right now it's 2,800, as you saw, because I'm in a 500 calorie deficit from where my maintenance is. And you might be like, well, I don't know my maintenance. All you have to do is track your calories for a week and see where that weight goes. And then if your weight is going down, you're in a deficit. If your weight is staying the same, you're in maintenance. If your weight is going up, you're in a surplus. So if it's the same, pull it down by 500 calories. That's the sweet spot for me. That's where I start out. If I want to drop more weight, I'll either increase my cardio or I'll increase that deficit from food. The main idea here is you have to know around about how much food you're eating. And the simplest way to do this is just eat mostly the same every single day, or just track your calories. And then when you want to be in a deficit, pull back those. And you know, what do you do to your dog when, if you have a dog, if they want to lose weight? You give them less food. That's the same as losing body fat. You just cut back the amount of calories that you're eating, and then you'll get leaner. So that's all it is. Obviously, like I said, I was in a surplus for a bit of time because your body needs extra nutrients to build muscle after a certain period of time of lifting. You know, you might be able to get away with it when you're still into your lifting phase early on, but as you get older and more experienced in the gym, your body, it takes more to grow. So for me, I have to put myself in a slight calorie surplus. So that's just going around 300 calories above my maintenance. So that's like the key principle. I just think a lot of people overcomplicate it. Like I said, what would you do to your dog if you had one, or your cat, whatever? And just, it's a similar concept, but where it starts is tracking your calories. And if you want results, data doesn't lie. You don't have to get attached to it. You don't have to get emotional. It's just data. It's real shit. And take it with what you want. And here's the thing. If you want results, I think that's the best way to go about it. Just track your calories in a 500 calorie deficit. You don't have to start doing cardio right away, but if you want faster fat loss, you gotta probably add in some cardio. And if that weight plateaus, you add in the cardio to facilitate that deficit. So that's like the key principle. Really simple, really easy. Just track your calories, pull back if needed. And obviously if you wanna do the opposite, but video is about a mini cut. So I just pull my calories back 500, ride it out, milk out as much weight loss as I can at those calories, and then I'll either add more cardio, or I'll decrease that food a little more. And that's all it is. It's that simple. But if you need more help with finding your maintenance, training programs, etc., you can use the Nathan French app, or you can sign up with coaching, link in the description below. As far as macros go, you're just gonna wanna keep the protein at 1 gram per pound body weight and track your calories. I don't really worry about carbs and fats too much, as long as I'm, getting carbs around my workouts. I try to get 50 to 60 grams of carbs around my workouts. Other than that, I let the carbs fall into place, and the fats. Don't overcomplicate it. That's all I'm trying to share. And the no BS way of just doing the work. And I'm not telling you what you want to hear. I'm telling you what you need to hear. You're going to be hungry. You're going to be tired sometimes. Nothing ever came out of an easy road. That's why a lot of people struggle getting lean. It's not easy, but it's rewarding. It takes discipline, and that's how you learn a lot about yourself and life in general. As far as weight training goes, I'll do 4 to 5, maybe 6 times a week. But mainly I'm lifting heavy, sticking to the rep ranges around 8 to 9, taking most exercises to failure within the amount of weight that I choose within that rep range. And then I do 6 exercises per muscle group. And then I start the workout with a compound movement. So either bench press, hack squat, or shoulder press, or heavy barbell row, just compound movements to put all my energy, which I have the most at the beginning of my workout. So that's how I do it. Gonna wrap up the video here. Let me know if you have any questions. We're gonna go keep vlogging this whole thing and just show you guys, I'll transform, and you guys can watch and see how I do it. And I'll share with you guys my emotions and whatnot, because I am a little hungry right now, but it is what it is. I have a goal. And, if you want to be a different version of yourself, you have to do things different sometimes. Can't expect the same result if you live the same day to day, you're gonna be the same. And that's the video. Like, comment, subscribe, stay corn-fed, and maybe next video I'll show you guys a full day of eating from game meat that I got. Got that fresh venison, and you know, it's corn-fed. So like, comment, subscribe. Catch you guys in the next one.